So where are we at? We're at the Hagerstown Aviation Museum, right? Hagerstown, Maryland. We're a little late. We're about to close soon.
Oh my goodness, they allow you to get inside the airplane.
Oh, there's a little kid over there inside the airplane.
Escape hatch in your cockpit nor put your B1. There's no way out. Out through the top, you're going to hit your tail if you try to bail out. The only way out of the airplane is ground level as that, which means down the ladder. When you're in the cockpit, the ceiling is only that high. You can't stand up. Okay, sitting down, but you can't stand up. There's only room for 4 people in the military version of this airplane. And the crew, they're one of the 5-man crew. One guy's going to have to ride down here, and they didn't like that. So they love the cargo space and hated the cockpit, but they took it. They did, because this is so much better. We just put up with that. The other problem the airplane has is those are 2,000 horsepower engines. 2,000 horsepower is the maximum allowable by government for a non-combat vehicle. Any bigger engine was reserved for combat vehicles, and they couldn't build them fast enough. So they're not going to waste them on a cargo plane. So 2,000's max, that's not enough to carry a full load of cargo and a full load of fuel. You can do either one, but not both. After the war, they asked Fairchild to fix the C-82. Fairchild redesigned and put the cockpit in the nose, which recovered all this lost space. The floor of the cockpit in the nose is about that high, same level as the nose built well. And it's only up a few steps to get into the cockpit. Plenty of room for 5 people and full header.
Totally okay.
After the war, bigger engines were available. 3,000 horsepower, and the cockpit in the nose, the Air Force said, we have to give it a new number. It's a 119, and it's the airplane over there. So you can go from here over there, see the new improved version of this airplane, and how they fixed all these problems.
Wow. Thank you. That's so cool. This is amazing.
Short version. You didn't ask me about the jet engines.
We'll hear about the jet engines. We'll hear about anything.
What's that?
I said, we'll listen to the jet engines.
You want to know about the jet engine?
Sure.
Did you see it?
No, we just got here.
Now you have to go back out and look at it.
I will.
On top of this airplane, there is a jet engine.
Really? Yeah.
Now,
Oh, right here.
after the war, TWA, Transworld Airlines, passenger carrier, bought this airplane to be used as a maintenance base, a flying maintenance base. TWA was using an airplane called the Lockheed Constellation. And Lockheed's Constellations used Wright 3350 engines, an engine not very reliable. And TWA kept losing engines in flight. But a Connie has 4, and lose one engine in flight, it can cruise quite easily on 3. So unless you looked out the window, you never knew you lost an engine. I did once, I know.
Why were they losing engines?
Engine failure.
Oh, okay.
Engine failed, stop running, can't get it started, fly on 3. But you're not allowed to take off with 3 engines. So once it gets to its destination, it's stuck there. It can't make any more money for TWA.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that information. That's really interesting. We appreciate that.
Have you heard about the cargo being first time door in the rear?
Yes, when you came in, you could only go out the back when it was on land.
At the beginning, there are things about this that are great, and some things that are not so good. The cockpit and the engines. Engines are not Fairchild's fault. That's the best they could do. But the cockpit is. So redesigning and putting it in the nose was a big improvement. And that's the airplane over there. So go over there and see how they fix this one.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Oh, look how the door's open.
Hey, you never knew that?
No. Oh, there you can see the jet engine at the top. Yeah. The very top, they put that jet engine at the end. Yeah, let's go over here to this. So this is the upgraded model of that one.
With
Yeah.
look at those dots.
Sometimes they were also fuel. They were really long. They could get fuel, but I don't know what year they started doing that.
Oh, I forgot. There's the ones that have dots.
Oh, so this is where it's in the or in the
Yes, ma'am.
front.
Supposed to have headroom here.
Oh yeah, because it's got more room. That's pretty awesome.
You know, if you don't remind people, they don't recognize that
They
they
don't-
have more headroom.
Yeah, because I can't stand upright
In that one?
in this area.
That's because he went barefoot in the barnyard when he was a kid. Grew too
Yeah,
much.
I've been putting up with too much fertilizer all my life.
So this was also a cargo plane for fair trial?
Plus, during Korea, it was the main troop carrier. It could carry 62 fully equipped paratroopers.
How did they get out? The paratroopers. Was it just to transport them somewhere else, or did they actually jump out of here? They would jump out of this one.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the doors would be closed.
Okay.
You can't have them open in flight. And then in those doors, there's two big crew doors.
Okay.
Then go out those
Those
side
doors. Okay.
And they like jumping out of these because nothing's in the way.
Now, would they have seats in here for them?
Yeah, there'd be like little
Small little
cloth
pads.
seats. Probably similar. You haven't been in the C-123
No, we haven't
yet.
been over
Well,
there
there's
yet.
some of the little
Yeah,
jump seats in there.
they're not that size. They're like that wide.
Cool.
They're very.
But getting 62 in here,
That's pretty tight.
and then this airplane that you're in is a movie star.
Oh.
Movie Always.
Oh yes, I did see
1989.
that one. That's one a while.
Well, this is that airplane.
Oh, how cool!
So can it still fly?
No. It would take an awful lot to get it flyable. It flew here on a special permit in 2008. It won't fly. But hopefully, we have another C-123 like the one over here. It's in New Bern, North Carolina. And it needs a little bit of work, but once we get that flying, we want to keep it flying. So,
Awesome. So you guys are going to bring it up here, or is it going to
yeah.
stay down there?
No, it'll come up here.
Awesome.
It needs its control surfaces covered, because the control surfaces on these planes are actually cloth. They're not
Oh.
metal. Although, the elevator that's sort of drooping and the rudders and the ailerons, they're all cloth.
Wow. I'm surprised that they would last
Well, they don't.
with the elements. I guess that's why you need to. So is that what you need to
That's why
replace?
they need recovered once in a while, yeah. In fact, this one, I don't know, you can see like little pieces.
Oh yeah, on the
Fall
back.
in the wind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the back of the tail there.
yeah.
Holy cow! I didn't know that was sort of cloth.
What?
The pieces. See the pieces off the tail?
Yeah.
They were made of cloth, and so they didn't last. And they've got one of these planes that's in, or is it like the one next door that's in North Carolina, or like this one?
The
One next door is like North Carolina.
And we don't have the control surfaces on that one over there because they need recovered, so you just put that one together then.
Oh wow.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, I did see on mine. So okay, so these are the doors for them, for the paratroopers to go through. That's cool.
And if they were going to drop, because they could airdrop equipment out of these, but these doors, see, there's only 2 inches to hold these doors on.
And they're not very
So
big.
they're easy to get off, but you obviously couldn't open them in the air, so you just take them off and leave them on the ground if you were going to drop them. Because you like.
So it could take off with these doors off.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
So, like they would, like, you know, the trucks that are sitting around here, like that deuce and a half,
Yeah.
that would fit in here.
A deuce and a half would fit in here. I was just thinking a Jeep, but I guess, yeah, I guess it's
And
wide
you
enough.
put big trucks and stuff like that in here, and you could actually airdrop. You'd have big parachutes
Here,
on them.
okay.
Hopefully they'll land safely.
Right under this huge wing.
Yeah, I think we should get on.
Oh, there's a nice deuce and a half I'd love to have. One day I may own one.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, and you're under this one too.
See?
So they have another one of these in North Carolina. I think this one, they came in pieces and built it.
You can walk up in.
Thank you.
You can step up to the cockpit, just not up inside.
Okay, thank you. It's landing.
Look, this is how they would enter.
Big cargo.
No.
Looks like it has like a jump door. Got a door on either side.
That's where the navigator was.
Is up there? Or up here? Oh, up here is where the navigator would sit.
Navigator was sitting
Go in that chair. Let me go in that chair.
What was this area down here used for?
storage.
Okay. Gosh, look at all those controls up there.
What?
All the controls. You gotta be pretty smart to fly a plane. That's pretty fabulous that they have these. This is a 1943 Fairchild PT-19.
Look at this, Mom.
They actually, I believe this is one you may be able to do test flights in. It's pretty awesome.
Then when it moves when it
The flaps. Says the wing here has 24-gallon capacity.
Derek, do you know how they were?
Oh, look, and that's where you can tell how much fuel you have. It's a half tank.
Mom, try to guess how you would enter this.
Back in the distance there, you can see that yellow plane taking off. We're back here at the 1943 Fairchild PT-19. Got some really cool graphics on here.
Oh, look, it's Bugs Bunny. Oh, Donald.
That's cool. Donald Duck. The Flying Circus.
Kings of the Heavens. King of the Heavens. That's wooden.
It is. The fellows would. It's pretty awesome.
Doesn't mean it's wool.
Now we're at a 33 Fairchild 22C7D. She is an old beauty.
So will this break down?
What do you mean would it would break down? Rear controls. This one reminds me of the Indiana Jones movie.
But it's actually not because the driver was in the back.
It was in the Indiana Jones movie. The driver's in the back, and he's up front yelling because there's a snake at the bottom of the plane.
When we were putting this on YouTube, I want to see what's inside. Mom, you would probably like that part.
Look, she's got like a little CD in there.
Mom, you would like that part.
Not much of a headrest, I guess, right there.
Yeah, but it's at least you get a headrest.
Pretty cool.
That's been tiny.
It is tiny. Derek was wondering how to get in here, so I guess you would step on here. It looks like there's another step right there to get into this one. Oh, and this one has a little door right here.
Well, what did they break?
I don't know. I think this may come down too. This little piece here.
What about these two broken?
I don't know.
Why did you-
You'd have a hard time getting in if it was broken.
So,
Well, they have patches over there.
Here's got enough.
Well, this isn't our first military place, so we do have a lot of military patches.
I should have bought my phone. Oh, look! Look outside. There's a door.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the door for the back, yeah. So what do we have here? She looks like old, too. We have a 1928 KR-31 Challenger. Wow. Now look at the front of that. I wonder what that is up there. It'd be kind of hard to see with that. I wonder if that's just something that's open. No, it doesn't look like it. Have to see around that.
Mom, look at the design of the wing. See how it
Yeah,
goes
for
like
aerodynamics.
Oh, Mom! These brakes that went up it. It might be
It
the
must be because of the second wing.
Maybe it's a cooling for the engine.
What is?
Oh, look at the little tire in the back.
What can you find?
Now these wings look like they may move, maybe for storage. I don't know.
Now the plane's taking off.
It looks like a newer style plane. Awesome.
Oh, he's moving.
Now to get into this one, you would just climb up
Yeah.
here.
I got this.
Yeah.
Why would you like this?
Yeah, you'd have to be careful not to step on those because they support the plane, the wings.
What is that for?
And I guess another support.
It probably thinks that can't.
Here is a Jeep
Why the wind here?
USA.
Probably to block the tires so it doesn't move. Now I used to know, and I can't remember, the gas tank would either be on the inside or the outside for before or after the war. But most of the ones in the United States are after the war of World War II because most of them were left in Europe. They didn't come back to the United States. I don't see anything that tells us what year this is. I'm sure somebody on Facebook knows. Post down below. Does it say here? All the time.
And if you're wondering, guys, what this is right here, this is to hold a rifle. So pretend if I don't want the machine gun on there.
We're having a hard time hearing you.
I don't want the machine gun on. And
This one doesn't
well,
even
what
have a
happens if
machine gun
somebody-
turret.
what happens if somebody attacks us during the drive?
So you've got your gun up there ready to go.
And if you didn't have that, it would probably fall off.
That truck looks pretty new.
Yeah, it does. Looks like Vietnam.
Yeah, because my dad had a truck that was similar to that. 1984, so
No, don't even flag.
yeah, we had a 97
No,
growing up. Oh, all the way up we got some flags. Alright, before I walk away, let me go back to what this actually is. It's an 84 ambulance, Chevy chassis from Vermont National Guard unit. Auctioned off its surplus of 2009. That wasn't that long ago.
This thing has a radio inside of it.
Must have a radio? Well, if it was for military use, it would.
No, like literally inside of it.
That was a-
What's this?
Just please do not lean on it.
That is
Oh,
an
that
antenna
is your
for the
antenna.
radio.
And if you're, I assume that if you're going through something that's tall, you would pull that cord down to pull the
Radio down.
radio antenna down so that you wouldn't end up.
Pressing it and then you won't
yep.
have any contact.
Yeah, but on this airplane.
Oh, did we already do this one?
Yeah.
1942 Fairchild PT-26.
Oh, we gotta look inside of it?
Yeah.
Huh?
I gotta see the front first.
No, of the...
Oh, that.
It's wooden.
Wood. Yeah.
Pure wood. Now this is probably where all the bullets went into.
Bullets would go into that. Maybe.
Or maybe that's where, so if they got shot, this is where all the flames would come out.
This looks similar to the blue one that you would see on the marine.
Pretty. Yeah, because how you tell that, Mom?
Derek, be careful. I've seen these in blue. I think it's the same.
Yeah, Midway. No, it isn't, Mom. It's totally different because they have guns behind here.
I don't know if you can see because of the glare. I've got it closed. The weather isn't.
Mommy, what's this?
Weather was kind of a little scary for there for a while. It's pretty cloudy.
Mom,
Okay, I'm turning back around. What are we looking at?
this.
It says lift. Maybe that's how they lifted the airplane. Like if you had to lift that part and move it. I don't know. Oh, now see, this is where they're telling that these were made from material that was like canvas. Look at that. I would have thought all this was made out of like an aluminum or metal. Be careful, don't touch, don't touch. Don't touch, please. But this is not a piece of metal. You can tell what it's made out of. And that's why a lot of these older planes are not able to be flown anymore, even if you did get the engine, because you've got to replace these parts.
Wow. Punctured a hole.
And then they were also saying all of this is made out of the same like canvas type material. It says no push, because you could probably push your hand right through it, because if it really is something that is from 1928, you'd probably destroy it.
1928?
I believe that's what this one was in the front. No, 48? I don't know. We've seen so many now. I've kind of gotten lost. Correct me on my date, Daniel.
1942.
42. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because the 28 ones were over there with the double wings and... Sorry.
Maybe they did. No, that was after World War II. Right?
48?
Yeah, I got it.
Does it say 48?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Would have been after the war. So this would have been used in Korea.
So is this where the bullets would come out? No, I'm just kidding.
I
They
don't
don't
know.
power down there.
Did we see this one?
No,
This looks like another Indiana Jones movie airplane.
46.
So 1946.
Yeah, 1946. Wow, you got the correct. Sure.
1946.
Under book review, have to stop. Like, hi. Stop high up.
Don't you dare touch it.
What are these?
What,
Those are
these?
just covers for the wheels, for the landing gear.
That's not covers for it. Those help. No, Mom, those help it, like,
Maybe so it's less wind resistance when it's taken off.
yeah. I'm like, what the? That's not.
Oh, Bob Webster donated this airplane to the museum. How wonderful.
Hold on, do you mean like for free donate?
Yeah, donate means you give it to you give it away.
For free?
Yeah. So that people like you and me can enjoy it.
What?
What?
People gave this thing away for free.
He wanted to preserve it for history and for you and I and others to enjoy it.
You could have kept. Well, what's that
Well,
one?
maybe he didn't have anybody in his family that was
What's that
interested in it. Oh, now what? Is that a piece of metal or is that a piece of fabric?
This is do not touch.
Oh, it's a very soft metal if it is. Don't touch. Don't touch.
What's that?
I am not so sure, but we will go over
That is a
that.
rocket.
Hardy Pet. This happens to be another airplane that they have here. Looks like it's a four-seater. Let me go under it.
Look where I found on the ground.
Piece of metal.
Oh, hit with the steps.
Yep, don't step.
How did they get in there?
What? Yep, the store handle right there. So that's so. There's another one. There's one.
What?
Daniel found a piece of metal that he just put back on the ground.
Jump on there. Let's go and watch them shut the doors on their big airplanes.
This is for the war. She looks like she's operational.
These things like carry
1945.
No, 43.
45.
Also looks like it's possible operational. And Miss Kelly, look at that. Fairchild XSM 73 Goose decoy missile. I wonder what that means.
Well, look inside the missile. Oh, it's dirty. It's like dusty. What's this?
I don't know, don't touch. Well, it doesn't have all its pieces.
Looks like this thing did take off, but it never blew up.
Well, it says decoy missile, so maybe it was to scare.
Shoot up.
And look at the bottom.
Look, this looks like it's made out of wood.
Mom, look at the bottom.
Well, she's old.
No, maybe
If I
it's
looked this
because
good.
it fell.
You can see the clips on the top where it was, whatever it was holding, whatever big plane was holding it. Missile.
Rocket.
It says missile.
Rocket.
Well, this was donated by Michael Smith.
On the first day of
September 1995.
Donated that long ago?
We're gonna head over here. Someone brought an old fire engine, or fire truck, utility truck. Hagerstown. Old Faithful. This is an old utility truck. No, Hagerstown.
Hagerstown Fire Department.
And then get back.
She's old.
What's it?
Old Faithful.
Old utility truck.
I think
This
that.
is on the side of Wolf Creek.
Oh, they used her as a brush truck.
I think we're
So
done.
she would get into like the forest or the fields, and she would go on ground that the fire trucks or fire engines couldn't get into.
I think we're done.
Well, we are very grateful to everybody out here who stayed later, because we got here pretty late. But they actually kept everything up and open for us to really enjoy coming out here.
And
I want to thank everybody from the Hagerstown Aviation Museum. You guys are wonderful.
Yay!
Thank you for putting this on. Got a little happy dance there. The kids enjoyed their time. We'll have to come out here again.
And that will do it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one.
So don't forget to like and subscribe. We are trying to get monetized, which we are far from it, but you can help us by liking and subscribing to our video and watching our videos.
Look, they're bringing it up. So that means they're packing up. Bye.